Good morning everybody, my name is Alex and my most popular video by far has been my response to the homophobic Jehovah's Witness cartoon. So I think it's about time we did a part 2, but this time it's not a cartoon, it's actually live action, and just by the camera quality and the production value of this guy's content you can tell that he means business.
Okay, my thoughts on homosexuality and why I think the shit needs to be completely eradicated.
Okay, so you want to eradicate homosexuality. Well, there are two ways that you can go about doing that. The first is to take people who are homosexuals and stop them from being homosexuals, which is impossible because you can't control your sexuality. It'd be a bit like me trying to eradicate your heterosexuality. It just wouldn't work. So the only other option would be mass genocide, which admittedly is more attainable in principle, but still not particularly favourable, is it? So which is it? Is it the impossibility or the mass genocide?
First and foremost, the shit is not normal.
Define normal. According to the dictionary definition, normal is conforming to a standard, usual, typical or expected. So if we look at nature, look at the animal kingdom, homosexuality is rife, it's everywhere. I'm talking baboons, I'm talking giraffes and zebras and lions, pretty much everywhere across the animal kingdom. The only thing that's not normal across the animal kingdom is homophobia. So if anything's unnatural and not normal, it's you. Here's National Geographic.
Take homosexuality. Humans are by no means the only life form to have found same-sex sex. In the wild, homosexuality seems rampant, and for the most part, homosexual animals appear to experience very little hostility. The response is positive. In fact, among certain species, homosexuality is more common in those individuals with status.
You can't create, so if you're not creating anything, you're destroying something.
You're forgetting one key aspect here, my friend, and that is not everything has to be productive. You ever heard of fun? I mean, well, personally, having sex with another guy wouldn't be particularly fun for me because I'm straight. But if it's fun for other people, they should be able to do it. You know what else isn't productive and doesn't create anything? Playing video games, going out with your friends, going on dates, but you do them anyway because they're fun. Not everything has to be in order to produce something, to create life. Also, I have a question for you. Now, I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but let's say that you were, and let's say that you want to have children at some point down the line, which quite evidently you do. What would you do if you or your partner was infertile? If you and your partner aren't capable of making babies and therefore you're not creating anything, you're not being productive, does that also mean that you should be eradicated and that you're not normal and unnatural? I don't think so.
And I think the shit is a sickness because anytime a man let another man stick his penis in his ass, you're sick, something is wrong with you. I think that shit need to be on the same platform as like a pedophile, a sex offender, or some shit like that.
What? So let me get this straight. You think that two consenting adults having sex in the privacy of their own home should be on the same level as somebody raping a child? I hope you can see how illogical that is. If not, then I have a serious question for you. Let's say that you had a daughter. Now, would you rather that this daughter had a girlfriend when she was 21 or was raped by a man when she was 6? Because according to your logic, those two would have about equal weight. Whereas according to my logic, I definitely prefer the first.
That shit is completely sick. Those people are insane.
I would attempt to point out the irony of calling someone insane after comparing consensual homosexual sex to child rape, but I don't think you'd be intelligent enough to acknowledge it.
You know, and it's not just the man, it's the woman too.
Oh, that's alright then, I was getting worried for a second.
And we ain't saving y'all hoes neither. It's off with your head.
Oh, okay, so it's the genocide then. It's off with your heads. My friend, you just called for the mass genocide of all homosexuals via decapitation. I hope you realise that. I was beginning to feel sorry for you because you're so stupid. I was beginning to empathise with your lack of intelligence until you called for the death of a significant portion of the human population for something that they can't control. Homosexuality isn't a choice. They didn't choose to be gay as much as you or I didn't choose to be straight. And if you don't believe me, I can prove it with a simple challenge. If you think homosexuality is a choice, why don't you choose to be gay for a week and see how that turns out? Except of course you can't, because it's not a choice, it's not something that you can control. So what that means is that you just expressed a condonement for the mass genocide of a specific group of people for nothing more than an intrinsic part of their character that they can't control. I don't know where I've heard this before. I can't put my finger on it. I'm sure I've heard it before somewhere. But regardless of all that, I have something just for you. Here is an exclusive, unprecedented top tip from your pal Al. If you want to change the minds of people regarding a certain subject, you're coming on a bit too strong, I think. A good way to change people's opinions is you first have to entertain their pre-existing notions and explain why they're not feasible. Once you've done that, you can offer some alternatives and talk through those as well, saying why some might work and why some wouldn't, and then you express your own opinion, explaining why you think it would work the best. This is how you effectively and intelligently attempt to change people's minds. Unfortunately, jumping straight to excommunication and mass genocide is not a great way to go about it. Also, I don't know if anyone's told you this before, but you're a massive hypocrite. You see, I know that this isn't the only video that you've uploaded to YouTube. You've got another video called My Views on Black Liberation, which is an incredibly interesting watch, having just seen what we've just seen.
But the key and the foundation of black liberation is we must love each other. We lack love. We do not love each other. You could do business with this black man, but you don't love this black man. We have to kill a nigga mentality. If we don't kill a nigga mentality, we will not go forward as a nation. We will never strive. We don't love each other. Love is the key unto solving our problems. We don't love each other. We kill each other. We hurt each other. We hate on each other.
And all I can say about that video is that you, sir, are completely right. We have to love each other. That's the only way that we're going to progress as a civilization. So why in the holiest of all hells are you condoning the mass genocide of homosexuals? Just think about this for a second. In your video about black liberation, you're angry because people are discriminating against a certain group of people because of something that they can't control, and you think that the only way that we can conquer that is by love. You then make a video discriminating against a certain group of people for something that they can't control and say that they should be put to death. Where is the logic in that? In most response videos that I make, I try and include something educational that people can take away from the video, but in this case, all I can really conclude is that you're an idiot. You're actually really, really stupid, and there's not really much that I think anyone can do about it. Like, it's not just that you're stupid because you have stupid opinions, you're stupid because you have stupid opinions which you then completely contradict with other opinions. It doesn't really get much more stupid than that. So I'm pretty much gonna have to leave it there and end the video. But in conclusion, you're pretty cute. Hit me up, we can go on a date or something. And for the rest of you, I've been Alex O'Connor. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.